Hey guys, hope you're well. Just want to do a video for you guys today on diet and exercise during lockdown or just generally during the coronavirus. So, obviously we've got this pandemic going around at the moment, and in the UK it's been announced now that we are in lockdown. And what I want to go through today is why during this period, we should be eating healthy and why we should be exercising, and what we can do to get around the problems that some people are obviously facing at the moment. So let's start first by having a look at diet, and why diet is going to be essential for obviously this period, this pandemic that we are going through at the moment. So number one, when we eat a healthy diet, it's going to support our immune system. Now the problem that a lot of us are running into at the moment is people are worrying about longevity of food and shelf life. So if I buy something that's fresh, the problem is it's going to go out of date soon, and what's going to happen is it's going to go moldy, and then if I can't get to the shops to get any more because of lockdown, or if people are panic buying and buying too much, I've not got any food to eat. But when we eat a healthy diet, we need to obviously get benefits from it, which is going to be supporting the immune system. Now, eating foods that are processed, so cakes and cookies and things that have a longer shelf life, don't really give us enough vitamins and minerals and all of the other stuff that we need to have a supported, fully optimal immune system. So that is the first point of why we need to make sure that we're eating right, during this this period, because also, touch wood, if anyone was to go and get this virus, we want to be at an optimal chance of being able to fight it off, and obviously, I know it sounds bad, but a lot of the studies at the moment, and it's the truth behind the science behind it, is a lot of the studies are showing that people who have passed away or died from the illness, do tend to have other health issues, underlying health issues going on. So obviously their immune system isn't going to be supported and running as optimally. So if we want to have decent health through this period and be at the best chance of fighting it off, guys, you need to make sure you're eating right and supporting that immune system. Also, during the period that we're in lockdown and we're shutting at home, we need to make sure that we're supporting our brain health, because a lot of people are going to hate being cooped up inside all day, or even just at home, not out to get and see friends and family and things like that. And as well as sort of diet and exercise, the other thing I would say is, WhatsApp and Skype and Zoom and all these other cool things you've got nowadays, guys, still try and keep in contact. Phone calls are great, but try and have facial contact. So that's something that's really, really cool to do as well, that we have the ability to do nowadays, which years ago they wouldn't have had that ability. So it's actually something quite cool about modern technology that we have in this instance. So, eating a healthy diet though, and how eating a healthy diet will help with supporting the brain health. It's going to give us all the vitamins and minerals we need to help our gut function right and help our brain function right, which is essential. Also, it's just going to stay generally healthy. So once this is all said and done and we can go back to normal life, and we can have social interaction and stuff, we want to be generally fit and healthy anyway, We don't want to be obviously eating loads of processed food. And the problem is, if you get into a bad habit now of buying a load of rubbish processed food during this period, you're more likely going to continue that, So, I've obviously said all about this, but what ideas have I got for you, Simple. Soups, stews, bologneses, chilies. One pot wonders are like soups and stews and just like loads of vegetables and meats and whatever shoved in there, or fish or whatever. Smoothies, these are all things that you can do in batches from fresh foods, fruit, vegetables, meats, fish, whatever, some protein powders, whatever, But you can make these in a massive batch, put them into some Tupperware tubs, or freezer bags or whatever, and then dump them in the freezer. You've now got food that has a long shelf, freezer life, whatever, but it's basically single ingredient, whole foods, nutrient dense, that are going to give you all your vitamins and minerals, Better than some processed rubbish, that you bought because you thought, oh, that'll be good if I can't go out for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8, 10, 12 weeks, So instead, do this, and also by doing it this way, if you go out and do one big shop, okay, and buy loads of it and then do loads of batch cooking, that limits the amount of times that you have to go out to buy more again and buy more again and buy more again, okay? So buy loads in one go as much as you can, okay, that's obviously reasonable, shall we say. Buy it local if you can, from a farmer or from a local fresh fruit and veg shop or whatever. And obviously, or if you can get it delivered, even better, okay? But then make it in massive batches and freeze it, and that's going to be a lot better for you. So that's the dieting side and why it's essential. Now let's look at the other side, the exercise, okay? Now the first point I've put on here, mental health. I've not put physical health first, I've put mental health, because again, being cooped up all day, a lot of people are going to start to struggle during this lockdown period mentally with not being able to get to the gym, because the gym for a lot of people is a mental release. It's a way of relieving stress. It's a way of mixing with individuals who have like-mindedness as the same as them, of things like exercise and activity or competing in certain things. You know, that's why some people go to the gym, because they like to get that mental health release. They like to obviously release stress. They like to mix with individuals who do the same. They like to push themselves. So someone's mental health might struggle, okay? So this is why it's essential to continue exercising, okay? Number two is obviously going to be physical health, but this also mixes in with supporting the immune system, okay? We want to be fit and healthy, but also by exercising and being physically healthy, you actually support the immune system and help to basically make it optimal again, like we spoke about with the diet. Having a well-supported immune system is going to be better off at fighting any illnesses you get. If you were to get coronavirus, let's touch wood, and I hope none of you do, but if you were, you want to have the best chance of fighting it off. But that also leads to the last point. All of these link in some way, okay? Mental health, not cool, get out and exercise, okay? At the moment in the UK, the weather's pretty damn good, okay? It's been sunny the past 2 days, and there's loads of, there's fresh air out there, okay? So get outside, get some fresh air, get some sunlight so you can get some vitamin D. The fresh air is just going to generally make you feel better instead of being clogged up in your house all day. The vitamin D actually does support the immune system, okay, which is going to be great, but vitamin D also supports mental health, okay? So people have heard of SADS, seasonal affective disorder syndrome, when in the winter period when vitamin D levels are low because there's not really any sunlight, people tend to feel a bit rubbish, okay? At the moment, there's sun outside. So when you go and do your exercise, get outside and do it. Don't do it in your living room, okay? If there's sun out there, get out there. Now, ideas. Home workouts, okay? Weighted or body weight. I've got clients who literally have messaged me and said, I want to continue, I need to continue, I can't stop exercising because of mental health, because of physical health, because they love to do it, okay? A lot of my clients have pretty much all gone online during this period with me, which is really, really good. I've set them up with programs and nutrition plans and all that sort of stuff, okay? We're not being too restrictive with the nutrition plans, just get some decent quality food inside you, and obviously don't gorge and overeat on the stuff. But in terms of the exercise, some of them have exercise, weights, bands, equipments, bars, whatever. Some of them don't. It doesn't matter. Doing something is better than doing nothing. So body weight circuits, having just a kettlebell, there's loads of stuff you can do with things like that as well. Other options as well, yoga, Pilates. If you have a stressful job and you're cooped up all day working from home, do some yoga, do some Pilates, okay? Deep breathing techniques, relaxing, and all those sorts of things. Finally, when we're looking at running and cycling, yes, we are still technically allowed to go out for one form of exercise a day into the public. If you're going to do it by yourself. Don't go on a busy route, okay? They're the two things I would recommend. But ideally, if it was me and it was my choice, okay, I would just work out at home, because you're now reducing that risk, okay? Some people obviously have bikes in their living rooms and stuff. You can nowadays you can connect up to like cool TV apps and whatnot, and you can do sort of certain tracks. I keep seeing the advert on the TV for the pentathlon thing and stuff like that. So some people have that, okay? If you don't, then my options would be ideally do home workouts, do a body weight circuit, do some weighted stuff, do some yoga, do some Pilates. But if you do decide to go out for a run or a cycle, go by yourself. Try not to go out for too long, okay? So we're reducing risk exposure, okay? And obviously try and go a quiet route, okay? So they would be the options. But this is why we should be exercising okay, why we should continue to exercise during this period, and also why we should continue to eat a healthy, well-balanced nutritional diet, and a few things that you can do, okay? Now, the next video I'm going to do for you guys is how we can intensify the workouts, okay? So if you're working out at home and you think, oh, things are too easy, what's the point in doing it? I'm going to give you some options on how you can make things harder at home, okay? Even if you've just got your body weight. Things you can do to make things harder when you're working out at home during this lockdown period to make things a little bit more intense and obviously make them a little bit more interesting, okay? So hopefully you found that video useful. If you've got any questions, put it in the comment box, give the video a like, share it to as many people as you can. That'd be really, really helpful, because a lot of people might not know about all this stuff, and they don't know about the benefits of why we should be doing it, especially during this period, this obviously when we've got this massive pandemic virus going around. But also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, that'd be great. And until next time, guys, peace out.